Welcome back. Students use a lot more than just grades to get into college, but this pandemic has made that difficult by canceling a lot of the things that made them stand out, like extracurriculars and switching to virtual classes.
Our Jamie Perez shares how students aren't just accepting reality, they're getting creative to make sure that colleges see their skills despite the challenges of the pandemic.
Max Roquette said he would love to check out some potential colleges in person, but COVID created a bit of a problem for this Middleton senior.
It's kind of hard to get a feel for a college.
It seems the pandemic created a reverse problem for colleges too.
I had kind of an upwards trend in my grades. And so when they went pass fail, it's kind of hard for colleges to see how well you're actually doing in classes.
The pandemic has led the UW system and many schools nationwide to drop standardized test requirements. It's also canceled many volunteer, internship, and extracurriculars that typically set students apart.
Kind of negatively impacted me.
Roquette decided to get active himself. He now leads a virtual STEM club, teaches elementary students online, and runs a BadgerBots program. Meanwhile, Madison West Jr. Phoebe Richa started a nonprofit virtual student theater company.
Personally, I think I'm the type of person who get stuff done themselves. If somebody else isn't going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Andre Phillips looks at student applications at UW-Madison. His team now hunts for creative things like what Max and Phoebe are doing.
One of the best ways, I think, is really to talk about or present, if possible, or where possible, how have they committed first and foremost to continuing to educate themselves.
And impressing colleges goes beyond proving you're book smart. Galen Education, which helps kids get into college, has seen more students embracing the unknown.
I think a lot of kids prior to this felt like they had to do the clubs that were in their school, and they were sort of limited by what the school offered. And now that's sort of blown up, and kids realize there's a big wide world out there, and there are people from all over the world that I can connect with. It doesn't just have to be something based in my school.
Still, that's easier said than done for some, which Phoebe hopes schools ultimately look at.
It's difficult for kids who either don't have the resources or simply just don't have the ability to go create something themselves.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
UW's Andre Phillips also advises students to write college essays talking about what resources on campus they plan to use to further their collegiate career, and also talk about the work they did prior to COVID.